We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Through your calls as best I can.
Patriots worldwide in defense of human liberty.
It's Alex Jones.
It's Alex Jones.
I'm your host. Thanks for joining us. I want to go to John and Woody and Emmy, Tim, and a bunch of other callers like Steve that are patiently holding. Before I go any further, we're coming out with a new line of supplements that are different from InfoWarsLife.com. Now, the InfoWars Life line of products, some of them are inexpensive, like the Silver Bullet colloidal silver, but is the highest quality. In fact, the same big factory that makes it for Whole Foods makes ours, and ours is $5 to $10 lower, depending on when they're having a sale. Just an example. So, InfoWars Life is not a elite brand when it comes to being expensive. Though there are some luxury type longevity products like DNA Force that has just super fancy, key patented known compounds that just do amazing things for health and energy, you name it. And I take DNA Force every day. Competitors are $400. It's 140-something bucks. Just one ingredient in it costs us $40 in each bottle. And there's a whole bunch of ingredients. Just to give you an example, we're talking $12,000 a kilo. Another ingredient's $9,000 a kilo, $7,000 a kilo. That's our most expensive product. The colloidal silver's, you know, $19.95 or $24.95, depending on what sale we've got going. But I wanted to come out with a whole line, and this is the first of all the basic staples, but really strong and concentrated, of known organic herbs and compounds and extracts that are just documented to have a major, major, major kick, but that aren't super expensive. $14.95, a 2-ounce bottle of Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Complex. Ancient Defense combines the power of ancient herbs with cutting-edge developments in nutritional science to produce this proprietary extract blend. Special introductory discount, 25%, now only $14.95 for a limited time. This time-honored complex includes more than 14 specific herbs and extracts carefully chosen for their incredible benefits: echinacea, elderberry, ginger root, gold seal root. That's just 4 of the 20 ingredients. A powerful ancient formula that is made in the USA, gluten-free, alcohol-free, no artificial flavors or colors, and not tested on animals. Visit InfoWarsLife.com to find the first in the new Right Side family of products, or 888-253-3139. And let me just tell you something. We got a small shipment of this in, didn't really promote it, wanted to get listeners' reviews as it quietly sold for 3 months. Sold out of that, got a big shipment in. I'm giving it to myself, my children. We haven't gotten sick this year. It's got things in it that are on record, in major studies we covered last hour, to be serious antivirals, antibacterials, you name it. This turns on your immune system. And I feel really good about this product. And I wanted to come out with a whole line of stuff, because people ask for it, that is a discount brand that's got Rolls-Royce quality. And I'm very proud of Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Complex. This is something that every flu season, every winter season, I'm going to be taking every single day, because I believe from the evidence that it's the best chance I've got to really being as healthy as I can and avoiding a lot of the things that pop up during the winter. And my children, again, have not gotten sick with the flu yet, praise God. And I've been giving it to them every single day in their juice in the morning. But it tastes great. They take it directly by mouth as well. Ancient Defense, InfoWarsLife.com, or 888-253-3139. And your purchase of the products funds this entire operation. Okay. I want to go quickly to your phone calls, and David Knight's going to give us some of his take on the State of the Union. Infowars.com reporter David Knight, who did a great job with Jakari, Leanne McAdoo, Joe Biggs, and all the crew behind the scenes that pulled double duty yesterday to have a 3-hour live, teleprompter-free analysis of the State of the Union propaganda speech. And David's got some really serious angles to cover in a moment. Right now, John in Texas, thanks for holding.
Hi, Alex.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
Republican leadership is not going to change anything, and I got a quick story to tell you why they're not going to change anything. A while back, I was listening to YouTube. I was watching a YouTube video of the history of the AK-47, and they were in Russia interviewing the workers that worked in the plant. And they interviewed this old guy that was in there. He says, "Well, we're making them for profit now." He said, "Back in the Soviet days, we made them to further the cause of internationalism." Well, I was in College Station a while back, and I went to the Bush Library, and when I walked through the door into the lobby, there was a big banner stretched across the lobby saying, "Dedicated to the cause of internationalism." So they're working on the same team. That's why you're not going to see Obamacare done away with, or the whole Soviet system that the Bush has built. They're not going to do anything about it.
Well, you're right. The Communist International is what it was called, and it was openly funded by the British royal family, by the richest families in New York. I mean, this is all mainline history for folks that didn't know. Carol Quigley wrote his book, Tragedy and Hope, about it, and they gave him tens of millions of dollars a month. One train was $25 million out of New York City. Lenin's Train of Gold, as it was called, delivered to overthrow the white Russians and all the race-based folks out there. I think that means white people. It's just the pro-imperials were called white Russians. And they went in there and basically gutted that country, murdered most of the military brass, had a reign of terror for 70-plus years, as folks know, actually 80-plus years. And so you're absolutely right that the George Bush Library at College Station is all about global government, all about internationalism, and the communists will tell you internationalism is their final goal. It all comes out of the Rockefellers. It's the exact same system, the ultra-rich funding communism as a way to make the public domesticated, and the elites are then exempt from the very communism that they put us under. And we're so busy fighting with each other over race or religion or, football teams that we like that we are lambs to the slaughter. I appreciate your call. Really good point. Woody in Washington, thanks for calling. You're on the air.
Yes, hi, Alex. I just wanted to say there was one notable absence in Obama's State of the Union address to the nation last night, and that was any mention of the looming international currency crisis that's happening right now. You have the Swiss uncapping from the euro. You have China and Russia, Brazil, India, all saying and all making major movements to be free of the dollar. And when the dollar loses its status as the reserve currency of the world, we are going to get hit with huge hyperinflation in this country. And we're going to see a huge drop in our standard of living. And he didn't mention one word about that.
Well, of course not. Exactly. They don't cover real issues. It's all, you're going to get free college, you're going to get free health care, and a chicken in every pot. Expanding on that, though, whether the dollar is the best house in a bad neighborhood, to quote Mr. Dent on this show last week, or whether we're going to go under first, it doesn't matter, because the outcome is basically the same. All currencies are being debased in a global race that's been going on since 2005 or so, but accelerating since 2008. So they think that'll hide inflation if everyone does it. Well, the peso for 20 years has been steadily rising in value against the dollar. That ought to tell you something. And when that inflation finally comes home, which it will, and it's starting to, Katie, bar the door, because it's going to absolutely be devastating. But the globalists are using oil deflation to try to cover up the overall inflation. And so there is an economic war going on between the forces of Anglo-American power. And again, that doesn't mean racial. It's just the old name that the British called their empire, merged with the U.S. in the textbooks is called the Anglo-American Power Axis. Quigley wrote another book, The Anglo-American Establishment. Folks should read it. It's only 200 pages. And the Anglo-American establishment is a scientific dictatorship, the most sophisticated of the three predatory power blocks. All three are bad. Russia, China, the people running us, they're all just super bad news. But our elite is more sophisticated and even more evil. They're the best. And they, look what they've done to us. My God. I mean, cancer, mental illness, neurological disorders. I mean, we are the test tube. And boy, you can see what they're doing to us. They have really screwed us over because they hate any free, independent people. America, this republic, is their enemy at every level. And so you're absolutely right that's the agenda. Thank you so much. Emmy in Texas, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello, Alex.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, first-time caller.
Welcome.
20 years old, Alex. Just want to say on the State of the Union, when Obama was saying about free community college, now, when I was in middle school, I remember the teachers saying that, oh, yeah, school is free and whatnot. And then I remember my mom saying, well, the lunches and all that stuff, we pay taxes on like the food that you receive in school and things like that. And so I want to ask you, or I want to like try and see how I can figure this out. Like, what's going to happen if they try and make the community college free? Are they going to be like overtaxing the people now? Or
well, number one, it's not really going to be free. You just end up paying more later in the second half, and you sign into a government system. It's meant to sucker more people in to the education fraud system that's a giant bubble and is now collapsing, just like they've done with the healthcare system that's increased profits 47% in 1 year for insurance companies. And that's the GAO's own numbers, and it's all coming out. But you're absolutely right when you say people obviously pay for these lunches, they pay for the schools. Think of what he's teaching young people.